Hi, I'm Scott.
And I'm Michelle, and we are the owners of the Main Street Mouse.
This is the Main Street Mouse Weekly Podcast, show number 194 for July 14th, 2025.
For your safety, remain seated with the doors closed, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
'Cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Soar into tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Dead men tell no tale.
I know not who you are, nor how I came to find you. But may I just say,
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
It's time for us to go.
Actually, it was time for us to be here.
Okay, we're going to start now, and then we'll go in like an hour. How's that?
Yeah. Hi, guys. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everybody. How are you doing out there?
How y'all doing?
So, I didn't know where I was going to start. That just totally, my brain
I'm
went
going to say,
blank.
you're at the home for this one.
I
so
had
just
no
go with the
idea
flow.
what I was about to say.
Well, you know what? We've had, quite a week, so.
We have. So we went to Universal on Saturday, walked around a little bit because we had heard some of the Halloween Horror Nights things were starting to appear, but it was just really kind of
It was like
the
just
metal
like
structures.
metal structures. It was like nothing spooky looking yet.
We saw an 8 Mile poster.
We did see an 8 Mile poster. It's so funny because like whenever we see something that is Detroit based, we're like, ooh, because it's home.
It is home. It is. And they closed our Detroit Coney Island that was here,
They did.
which I'm still sad about.
Yeah, it's weird because like there's a lot of people from the Midwest that moved here and live here now.
Yeah.
And all of us have the same complaint.
Oh, we do, the
It's
food.
the food. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm going to go up. No, okay, sidebar.
Already?
Yes.
We're like 3
I
minutes
just,
in.
no. I have reason.
Okay, all right.
I just want to warn people that I am heavily medicated.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that actually. Before your sidebar, I was going to talk about that after we got done with the Detroit Little speech. But I just wanted to mention that if you've listened to Michelle's Daydream Believing podcast, you know a little bit more about what's going on. Last week we alluded to it, but we didn't really go into detail. So Michelle is dealing with a health issue right now with her trigeminal.
It's called trigeminal neuralgia.
Yes.
And it is, your trigeminal nerve is a huge nerve in your body.
Right.
And it runs from your face to the base of your brain all the way down your spine.
Right.
And that nerve, I'm giving you guys some medical knowledge. That nerve.
She is not a doctor or playing one on the podcast.
Sorry, I have donut in my mouth. That nerve can cause havoc in your body if it decides to start misfiring.
Right.
And my firings are in my face and in my head, sadly. So
Right. If she eats the wrong thing. So like she said, she was just eating donuts. She can eat soft foods and it's usually not a problem, or like yogurts, mashed potatoes, stuffings, anything that's soft, nothing that requires a lot of chewing, because like anything with like meat where you'd have to chew it up, it's really hard for her to eat it now because these firings go off from like one side of her face to the other side.
And it goes right. Oddly, it goes right to my eyeball. That's where mine is at. Like my right eye feels like a lightning bolt hit it. And I'm not even kidding. I mean, for those of you who aren't familiar with this, it's horrific because you're on edge all the time because you don't know when you're going to get for a lack of a better word, lightning bolt to your head.
Yeah, just the other day she put a piece of gum in her mouth, not even thinking, and she bit down the gum the wrong way, and it sent it across. So we just never know what's going to work for her, what's not going to work for her. Usually we don't know until the pain's already hit.
Right.
There's no warning.
And the medication that I'm on is pretty heavy because they're trying to get the pain to stop, but my body is still adjusting to the medication. So like right now I can't drive. I have to be supervised pretty much. I always should have been supervised, by the way. But it's been really hard on me. Like it's affected my speech. It's affected my balance. It's my thoughts. So I don't want to cry, but it's been hard.
No, it has been hard.
It's been real hard, and I've lost myself in a matter of weeks, and I really want to get back to the old me because I like her a lot, and this version is is really hard. So
I like her
yeah.
also.
Yeah.
I like this one, but this one's just a little bit harder.
Thanks. Are you hearing this?
I don't mean harder in that way. I mean it's harder to watch you go through this.
Okay,
It's hard to watch somebody you care about deal with something where they see you went and tried to make a joke, and I was trying to be serious. for a
No,
moment.
it came off wrong.
I didn't
I'm
finish talking.
I'm like,
before you
fine,
jumped
this
in.
person don't like you either. How about that?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I said I like you. This version is hard to watch you go through these struggles every day and not knowing what's going to set you off. Your sleep pattern is all screwed up. You've had a couple of times in the middle of the night where you're not even eating or chewing, and the pain has woken you up.
It's like somebody puts a hot poker in your head, and you'd have no warning.
Yeah, so any place we've gone, we've kind of avoided eating out. We've avoided doing much stuff out of the house just because we don't know how things are going to affect.
Yeah, so it's really taken a toll on me. And yeah, if you have extra prayers, that would be great. I am bound and determined to get back to my old self at some point because this is not cool. And my mom had this 10 years ago, and I saw how much pain she went through, and now she sees the pain I'm going through, and she cries when she calls me because she knows how painful it is. But I just want you guys to know that I am still pressing on. We are still putting out news. I'm still doing as much as I possibly can. But there's times that I won't be able to do that. And we just, ask for a little bit of grace there because it's been hard.
Right. That's when she's been writing because it's hard for her to make the keyboard move the way her fingers want to move and such. And doing talk to text really isn't perfect. So we're just trying to get out as much news as we can, the best way we can. So blogs might be shorter, news might be short, but we just want to make sure we share that information with you guys. But like Michele said, just if you guys could give us a little bit of grace while we're dealing with all this right now. Hopefully once this, she talked to her doctor yesterday, he upped her medication a little bit because they're still having a little bit of problems, but he feels optimistic that things are going the right way.
Yeah. So I'm hoping this is just a bump in the road, but it's been really hard, and I'm really sad, and I'm frustrated. But here we are, still doing the podcast. I'm still doing my Thursday podcast. If I have media stuff, I will still do it. I will press on. It's just going to be harder. And yeah, I just wanted you guys to know ahead of time, like if I pause and I can't get my thoughts together, it's the medicine. Or if I start rambling really quick, that's also, it's like an up and down.
It is. It is.
But yeah, I just wanted to explain that a little bit. And you can listen to Daydream Believing podcast because I kind of go into it there as well.
For the last 2 weeks, you've kind of talked about it.
Yeah, because you know what? It's like people notice. Like when you have a following for 15 years, people notice when things seem off.
Right. They get used to the way you normally do things. And when
Right.
you don't do it, you might hear that with somebody who's on the radio every day. And if you listen to them every single day and then all of a sudden they don't sound right.
Yeah.
And then you find out later there's a medical issue that's causing them to be that way.
Right. And it's like I have my usual patterns, my usual style, my usual jokes, my usual like whatever. And when they don't seem quite on like before, there's reason. And that's reason. And I'm fine. I'm going to be all right. It's just a bump in the road.
It's a learning curve right now.
It's just really, really hard on me, and it's hard on my family. So, yeah, just if you got any spare prayers, that'd be great. Yep. So I'm going to stop talking about it or I'm going to cry again. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I really appreciate any good wishes that you could send because the reason I press on is not just for my family, but for our followers, and I always appreciate you. So thank you. Okay, back to the Midwest.
Back to the story about. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so as I was saying,
I completely lost the train of thought.
It was about food, so I went back.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the big thing. A lot of people from the Midwest don't like the food down here.
I agree.
And in Central Florida, it's like a melting pot. You very seldomly find people that are lifelong Floridians
who
here.
Love all the food here.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody. I love Florida food. It's better. If you like seafood and stuff, it's probably great down here.
I guess. I don't eat that.
But
yeah, all the Midwesterners are like, oh, we had this better in Michigan. We had this better in this state. We had this better in New York. All these things. And Well, I don't think New York is considered Midwest.
No, but New York's known for their pizza.
Bagels. Everybody
bagels.
complains about the bagels.
And we don't have either of those here that are good enough to compare to what they are. The sad thing is, though, is you start to accept what is here.
You just accept it.
It's not great, but it's the best we have here, so we just deal with it, and that's what we eat. So, like, Via Napoli's great pizza. Is it Michigan pizza to me?
Nope.
No, and never will be. Or like Chinese food is a very hard one to find.
Oh my God,
It reminds me of home.
The Chinese food down here sucks compared to what we have up north.
Yeah.
Like I will say, so Michigan has almond chicken. It's like one of their Cantonese dishes.
Michigan thing, yeah.
And a lot of people don't know what almond chicken is, and I didn't know that. I thought it was a across the world type of thing.
Right.
It's really not. It's like a Michigan thing.
Right. It's not like sweet and sour chicken that everybody has.
No.
It's a different type of
like breaded chicken with like a gravy on it.
Right. It's a full chicken breast with a different type of breading on it.
So
that's
good.
cooked differently. And then they put like a gravy on it, and there's almond in it, and like the gravy and stuff. But I remember one time you ordered it from one restaurant we had just tried when we got down here and said almond chicken. You got all excited, like, oh, it's almond chicken. And she got it. It was literally like chicken with almonds.
It was so disappointing. It was total wah-wah. I was like bumming. But yeah, so that was my whole point with Midwesterners. We like all our home food better.
Yeah, so that's the one thing whenever we get to go home that we look forward to the most.
Food, all the food.
Yes.
See, and that's another sucky thing about having these firings, like from my jaw and everything. Like I want to eat all the things I want to eat, and if we go home soon, he's like, how are you going to eat all your favorite Michigan food? I'm like, I will cut them up in the smallest friggin' pieces.
She will take more of her medicine. She won't be functioning or able to speak, but she will be able to eat.
You know what? You make sacrifices for the things that you want to do. But yeah. Okay, anyway, back to,
Okay, so like I said, Adventure in Florida Living, we haven't been doing much, as we just explained why.
I'm working from home now.
We have been working from home. I just want to give you guys an update on attractions and media events. We don't really have any media events coming up that are actual media events.
Right.
But however, this coming Sunday, Starlight Parade kicks off at the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And we will be there. We don't know if we're going to be able to live feed it just because of different things that go on with live feeds and if the music could be pulled against us.
Facebook is being a jerk again. And like they're flagging videos. Now before they wanted you to post videos. Now you try to post a video and it's like, you get like a warning, you get a slap on the wrist, and I don't want to lose our Facebook page. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Yeah, but I will record the entire show. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we will be able to upload it to YouTube without a copyright strike against it for music. I do have a feeling we are going to have problems with that because we've had it with when the Villain show debuted. We had to cut out that part of the song, but we are going to record it all, so you will be able to see the show in its entirety. Yeah. That will happen. Hopefully, we will be able to include the music for that. I don't even care if we don't, because I know with YouTube the big thing is, you can't monetize. I don't even care about monetizing it. I just want to be able to show the show to everybody. When it comes
and
out.
I'll probably be taking, if I don't go live, I'll be taking short clips to put on socials, put on my stories on Instagram and Facebook. I had thought about doing live feed on TikTok because I don't think you get any strikes over there. I don't know.
Well, we're not approved over there for certain things.
Yeah. So we do have a TikTok account at the Main Street Mouse, just so you know. So follow me there because I'm really trying to post daily videos. Mm-hmm. And that platform, I fought it for so long, but now I start scrolling at night, and yeah, it's kind of addicting. But yeah, TikTok at the Main Street Mouse, give us a follow.
Yeah, and then hopefully she'll be able to go live there and get some video of the parade for you guys. But like I said, we will be there Sunday night. What time does the parade kick off?
You know what? I don't even know.
I'm not even sure myself.
Is it 8 or 9?
Anyway, we will announce probably
we're gonna go camp out. We'll
be there early.
We're gonna camp out for a good spot and.
See, the problem is I have so many good spots, and for Festival of Fantasy and for Christmas Parade and Halloween Parade, I know where I want my spots. This one's going the reverse.
It is going reverse.
So if I take any of my spots, I'm going to catch the back of everything. So it's like the backside of water. I'm going to get the backside of the parade.
Well, it's coming out from the front of the park.
By the firehouse.
Right. So I'm thinking somewhere by the train station or around that area where Tony's is.
It'd be great to get the curve as it's coming around the turn.
Maybe by Tony's.
Maybe, what we might do is maybe me and you will split up and stand on different areas. That way you get one video, I get another video.
I'm not camping up by myself across the park.
Well, no, not across the park. I'm saying like in the main front area there. Maybe one of us on one side of the street, the other one on the other side, so we get the entire both sides of the park.
Well, we'll talk about that
We'll see.
because we'll see how I'm feeling too. But I might end up having to just pick a
But
spot.
We will be there early though. We
will.
know
And
that.
if you're going to Magic Kingdom and you see us camped out, please stop by and say hi.
Stop by and say hi. I will most
Hello.
likely have some type of Main Street Mouse shirt on. So if you see that, I'll probably have my red jersey on. So if you're looking for us and you see a red jersey that says the Main Street Mouse on the front of it,
That would be Scott.
an Avenger on the back, that would be me. So Michele will not be far from me at that point, I'm sure.
I'm sure. So, yeah, I'm super excited. So this week they put out a video of some spoilers.
Yes, and it was the first things that have come out with the parade to actually see one of the train of the float. You got to see parts of it.
Yes, and the train has a name. It's Whimsy. Now they are using that as like a quote unquote new character.
Right.
I actually knew that information was coming out. My PR rep called me the day before. It was under embargo. I knew that it was coming, so we put it out right away.
Yeah, we knew about it the night before. We actually got to see the video the night before.
Yeah, we got to see a preview of it, but I couldn't share it, and I had to keep my mouth shut because that's what Disney tells me to do. Like
That it went everywhere. 10 a.m. the next morning, everybody had it.
They're like, we'll show you. We'll give you an exclusive peek, but you can't say nothing. So, yeah, so it gave spoilers because there's this new show on Disney Plus. But it didn't give you spoilers enough to where it would ruin the parade because it showed you little pieces.
Right. Today, actually, and I'll get to it when we talk about the news, but we put out a blog today that is kind of walking down the timeline for the parade. Also, is like getting costuming done, getting last rehearsals done, getting all this ready for that first step off on the main street.
Yeah, it really. So you'll have to look up the blog that we put out because it explains, like you said, costuming. There's lights on the costumes that the performers are wearing, and those lights are going to sync with the music,
which is awesome,
along with the float. So, like, Disney is super excited because, like, yes, of course, we have had wonderful nighttime parades in the past, but they're saying this one is even a step up.
And it's been over 10 years since we've had a nighttime parade.
Yes.
That's just crazy to think, because I remember watching the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I remember seeing it, and I don't remember it being 10 years ago. But then when I start to think about it, I go, well, COVID was 5 years ago.
I feel like the last Main Street Electrical Parade was, I thought it was 16 or 17.
They said it's been 10 years since the
I don't know.
Had one. And we have a storm rolling through, so if you hear thunder in the background and lightning, that's what, or you won't hear the lightning, but you'll hear the thunder in the background.
Yeah, Florida weather has been crappy.
It has been this way every day for weeks now.
But you know, I was thinking about nighttime parades, and, you know, a few years back, they brought Main Street Electrical Parade back to Disneyland, and we got to see it.
Yes.
Which was really cool. But now over there for the 70th, they have Paint the Night. Now, Paint the Night is fantastic. They're going to have, in my humble opinion, like, I'm going to have a hard time not comparing the two because I feel that Paint the Night is, like, off the charts amazing.
And they both have nods to Main Street Electrical, do they not?
Yes, they do.
And a similar feel to it with the lights, and I mean, which they would, but the lights, the music and such gives a feel to both of those parades. Plus, I think you get a little bit of a feel for Spectro. I think with Starlight.
So in this show, it had a part where they mentioned Spectro Magic. Okay. And right now I can't recall what they said, but I know that there was a spot where they said there was something, a nod to Spectro. And it, you know what it could have been? So on the back of the train is last, right? And on the very end of the parade floats, there is a Jiminy Cricket.
Right, that's right.
And this Jiminy Cricket was, like, authentically drawn by, you know, animators, and the Jiminy Cricket was also supposed to be a nod to Spectro Magic.
Right.
And
'cause that was his parade, basically, wasn't it? He was kind of like the narrator, or
I don't remember. It's been so long.
No, I believe he was like I don't want to say the host, but kind of the MC for that parade.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I know for a fact they mentioned Spectro. So if you go look at that blog, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about, because my brain function isn't 100% right now. And again, I apologize. But yeah, check out the blog because whatever I wrote a couple days ago is the real deal. Okay, that was what it was.
Yeah, it's very exciting to see a parade back. People at Walt Disney World, the annual pass holders, and I'm sure a lot of the tourists have been wanting a nighttime parade because Magic Kingdom is fantastic at nighttime. It's my favorite time to be there. Night. But it was always missing a little something because you had fireworks and then it was just done for the night. There was really nothing till the kiss goodnight.
Yeah, and you really, when they first took the electrical parade away, it's hard to explain, but you could feel that emptiness that night. Like it felt like something was missing.
Yeah, it was like they pulled something right out of the
and all
park
of a sudden you're like,
beat of it.
All right, now what?
And what's weird is before Main Street Electrical left, and sadly we did it too, everybody kind of takes it for granted. Oh, I'll see it next time. I'll see it next month. I'll see it in 6 months when I go back to the park. And it just goes to show you how quickly something can just be gone and you might have missed it.
Yeah.
So don't miss out on these things when you have the chance to see them when you're
You
here.
never know when Disney's going to pull the plug on them.
Right.
You just don't.
I mean, look at some of the stuff recently that's just all of a sudden, okay, it's closing this day, and you may have a month's notice, but if you don't live here, that's not much notice.
It really is not. And actually, I think I was going to write an article about everything that's closed this year because it's a lot. If you put it down on paper, it's a whole lot. And it feels like more is coming. I don't know. Because with the construction and them building a whole new area, especially over at Magic, you never know what could change over there, what they could take away to accommodate that construction.
Well, yeah, just yesterday I saw an overhead image that was taken by somebody in a helicopter, and it's kind of on the backside of Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
And you could see where the riverboat has been parked.
Yeah, they put it way behind there.
Behind there to where you can't see it. Some of the train track was taken up for around Big Thunder. The actual train that goes through that area, the train track was removed, and no reason as to why, because in the original plans for the construction, it did not mention they were going to have to remove any of that stuff, and now they've had to remove it for whatever reason. So things do change, but it was kind of interesting to see the overhead image and see the boat sitting there, and it's kind of hidden. You can't see it.
Wouldn't see it like they have it in the back, and I really hope, like a lot of other people, I hope that they take the Liberty Bell and put it somewhere else where people can still see it. I think that's a good way that Disney can kind of pacify people a little bit. Like if you're going to take something away completely, leave a nod to it somewhere where people can see it still or whatever. Like they could put the boat somewhere else.
They could. There's always a way to put it somewhere. I know. So when we were there on July 3rd, we were walking around and we met new friends, and we were with other friends, and somebody had said, wouldn't it be cool if they took the boat, moved it over to Epcot, and put it into the lagoon over there behind the American Pavilions, between the American Gardens Theater, behind there, and turn that into like a special fireworks viewing area, but like a paid area.
That would be
like a
really
dessert
cool.
party. Because how you had the dessert party in the Tomorrowland Terrace every night, there's fireworks. Turn that into a dessert
fireworks
party
cruise.
dessert party every single night from that area. I think that would be a really good idea.
You know what? I would go to something like that because I think it would be really cool and something different.
Right.
I know years and years and years ago when I worked for Merrill Lynch, we in the summertime for a couple summers, don't laugh. Okay, so there's boats that go up and down the Detroit River.
Right, the Boblo boat was one of them.
Yeah, the Boblo boat.
Or a couple. There was two of them.
If you don't know what we're talking about, this is Michigan talk, so I apologize. But so there was like dinner cruises that would go, and mind you, we're in the suburbs, so there was like dinner cruises and gambling cruises and all that. So my work used to, in the summertime, we have our work party on a boat.
Okay.
And they had food and drinks and dancing on like this ferry that went up the Detroit River. It went all the way to Detroit under the Ambassador Bridge, the bridge that goes to Canada, and turn around. It was like a couple hours.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you, those are some of the best memories I have of working at Merrill Lynch. Now, mind you, I worked there for years. There's all kinds of things, but those boat things were great. And so that's what I'm trying to say. If they were to do something like that, granted, I know it's not going to go around the lagoon or whatever, but...
No, but you could park it. You could anchor it there against the back of the American Garden Theater. Nobody would see it.
Yeah.
Nobody would see it unless you were behind the theater or seeing it from the other side. But I think it would be a good way to hide the back of that building, because that back of that building's facade is not that eye appealing if you're looking across the lagoon.
put the boat.
But if you had the boat there, you could still see the American Pavilion behind it. I think it would look good.
So if anybody who has any pull at Disney is listening, these are our
let
ideas.
Let me call Bob.
Yeah, you call Bob
I'll call
Iger
Bob
and you
right
tell
now.
him what to do.
Bob or Josh.
But yeah, so anyway,
I'm
that
on holding.
that was the whole thing, the whole point. Sorry, ramble. Sorry.
And if you're not sure what Boblo is, I mentioned the Boblo boat. Look it up, because Boblo Island was a small theme park. I don't know if it was in Michigan or Canada, actually. I'm not sure where.
So the Detroit River separates Canada and
The U.S.
The U.S. And so when some of those islands in the water, you don't know if it's considered Canadian territory or U.S. territory. Right. But it was called Boblo Island, and it
Boblo.
Yes,
Boblo.
And the Boblo boat took off. There was a place in downtown Detroit, and then the suburbs go it's hard to describe it. Wyandotte, Michigan is on the water. So, and this is around the area we lived. So if you stand and look at the water, it's called downriver to Michigan, you look to the left, you see the Detroit skyline. So all of these things like Detroit and the suburb where we lived, south of Detroit, all went together. So there was a boat in the suburbs, and then there was a boat that came from downtown. But both of these boats would take you to, this island, and they had roller coasters.
It was just a small little theme park. It was nothing. I mean, it was fun. It wasn't compared to Cedar Point completely.
It was not Cedar Point.
It was not Cedar Point, but I know. So I went there once. My mom, her husband worked for Pepsi, and they had the company picnic on Boblo Island. They rented the island for the whole week or for the whole day, and it was just all the people there, and it was just a lot of fun because all the rides and just everything they had over there. But again, it wasn't Cedar Point, but it was nostalgia for us growing up.
It was I remember one year my mom's. So another sidebar: my mother is a retired school teacher. She taught 6th grade for 32 years, and because when she first started, my age group was around the same age that the kids she was teaching. So when she had field trips, she asked me if I could go with her. And one year it was to Boblo.
Oh, okay.
And that was a good time. So a lot of the school groups use Boblo as a school outing. I mean, this is so long ago, you guys. I barely remember because I was really young.
So they eventually closed the theme park of it. They tore down all the coasters and the rides and all that stuff, and they turned it into condos and housing.
Put condos on
this
it.
Island, but it is an island. You couldn't drive to it. You had to take a boat to get over there. Always.
Boy, did we sidebar this
we did.
whole thing.
But now we just taught all these people who love Disney that there was a little theme park up there that they may never even heard of.
Kind of. That might be a little nostalgic thing to write up, because if you're talking about theme parks. But anyway, back to Disney. Sorry, so sorry. So
just
sorry.
quickly want to run back through the attractions and such that are getting ready to close for whatever reason. So or open Test Track, which will be opening on Tuesday next week, the 22nd.
Right, and I've already ridden it.
And Michelle's already ridden it. And I know the pass holders.
Things are going on right now. Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin will be going down for refurb beginning August 4th.
We
have no idea when that will be back.
2026 is all they said.
Spaceship Earth's Refurb.
Oh, yeah.
August 25th.
Yeah.
And then the Boneyard Animal Kingdom will be closing September 2nd.
Yeah, bye.
So that's what we know as of right now.
All right. So see, all these things just, keep coming up. So you have to make sure you tune into the Main Street Miles, follow all our stuff.
And you know what? Even double check us. You might want to go to Disney and look at the refurb list just to make sure. Because if you're getting ready to come down here, you want to make sure what's open and what's closed.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of closures. I don't know, but
I know at Disneyland pretty soon the mansion will be going down for its flip to the Nightmare Before Christmas version. The overlay will be happening on the Disneyland version of the Haunted Mansion soon.
Right, and
there was a
go ahead
clickbait article I saw the other day where somebody put it out going, Disneyland closing iconic attraction and fans are in a frenzy. Well, this was the New York Post, actually. Yeah. Talk about horrible clickbait from a big name news source, but they put this out there, and I was like, as I'm reading the title, I go, it closes every year around this time to get ready for the holidays.
But okay, so New York Post, they put it out, but a lot of quote unquote Disney sites did the same freaking thing. And, that gets under my skin so bad because people don't read the article and then they tell other people the Haunted Mansion is closing forever. So you have to really be careful of your news sites and reading in context because from just a title, a lot of times these articles are clickbait, you guys. So
they tell you all the information once you get in and you realize, okay, it's just for the holiday overlay. But
there's a lot of sites that do that, and that drives me crazy.
Because they make so much money by you just opening the article.
Right. And when you open said clickbait trash article, when you're reading, they make you get to the point at the very bottom of the blog because they want to keep you there and get as much money from you as they can.
Yep.
So be careful where you read and double check your sources before you flip out because we don't put that stuff out. So if you want to know if that's true or not, go to the Mainstream House because
if we don't have it out. It's not.
We don't have it out. It's garbage.
I mean, everybody knows if you know anything about Disneyland, every year for God knows how many years now, that ride goes down for refurb to put the overlay
like less
in.
than 2 weeks, and it's really
quick.
It's impressive. Now, we have raved about the overlay, and if you could see it. It looks like so much and so much hard work and very, very impressive. So the fact that they can do that flip in that short a period of time is amazing.
Actually, I think if you look for it, there was a video on Disney Plus from a few years back where they actually showed like how they do some of the things in there and how they have the crew come in there and like the gingerbread that they put into the ballroom scene, the gingerbread building.
The big gingerbread house type of thing.
And every year that's a little bit different, but just how they get it all ready and they have to move it into place and they can't really do a lot of building on site because it has to be because they just have that short window and they have. When I first heard of the overlay and I only saw pictures a little bit here and there, I didn't realize it is the entire ride has an overlay.
Right, and if you think about it, the graveyard scene with those big, huge like angels and the big Christmas tree.
Yes.
And it's really cool. It's really amazing. And the fact that they can do that in like 2 weeks. But yeah, so that will be going down, but not forever.
Not forever. We'll be back. And that's the one thing I read because I did read the article because I was just curious because I wanted to see how they twisted it.
Yeah.
And it did talk about, and at the end it says, but this is something that happens yearly and it coincides with the dates from last year when the ride went down to put the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay on. So just be careful what you're reading. Don't panic.
Always.
Yeah, don't be panicking just by a title.
Yeah, I hate that. And I just want to go in the comments where people are flipping out and be like, no.
Happens every year.
Every time. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so that was all the updates I currently have for things that are closing at Walt Disney World. I guess I should add Disneyland ones on here just so we can tell them if they're going out there. But so there was quite a few news articles this week, but a lot of them were kind of all together, I guess you could say. The articles kind of multiple articles for the same type of thing. But beginning last week, after our show ended, Disneyland's 70th anniversary merchandise Celebrate Happy, which is another new line for the 70th, debuted.
Oh gosh.
And so it's a whole different line.
Similar colors though.
Similar colors, really nice looking. More stuff. I think they did that when Walt Disney World hit the 50th. Didn't we?
Yeah, they came out with a little bit more, but it coincided with stuff they already had.
Correct. New Halloween tees. We spotted them at Walt Disney World. They're already hitting the parks. Yeah, so Halloween merchandise is already starting to appear in the parks. Ears, I think, are starting to hit. I know new Nightmare Before Christmas ears have hit. The T-shirts are hitting for Halloween, so it's starting to slowly roll out.
It's rolling in.
Plus all the new Haunted Mansion merchandise that hit last week. So
I really need to hit the lottery because it's not. They've only put out a little bit plus the Haunted Mansion stuff, and there's so much I would love to have, and I cannot wait to see the Halloween stuff. You know what? Part of me hopes it's not good. That way, I don't want it.
You don't want to buy it all. Yeah. Then it goes to the outlet and you can buy it really cheap after.
Maybe I'll buy it.
So we put out an article, Enjoy Nostalgic Holiday Festivities at the Magic Kingdom. So this is starting to talk about Christmas season, which, yes, I agree. It is July. It seems way too early, but Disney did announce.
Christmas in July.
Disney announced all their Christmas stuff this week, and we're going to talk a lot more about this in the discussions, but we put out quite a few articles in the last week about what's going to be happening at the Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
We had Celebrate Christmas at Disney Springs, Festival of Holiday Fun at Epcot, or Festive Holiday Fun at Epcot for 2025, Holiday Info for Disney's Animal Kingdom, Cinematic Christmas at Hollywood Studios, Christmas Magic at the Disney Resorts.
Oh my gosh.
Epcot's Festival of the Holidays, the dates and details came out. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party dates and info came out. Disney's Jollywood Nights 2025 dates, tickets, and preview.
You okay? You
came
need
out.
to take a breath over there.
Seriously, that is like nine or 10 articles almost in a row that all had to do with Christmas.
It was like, okay, so, they usually do a Christmas in July, Disney does,
Right.
but they usually do a week of announcements,
Right.
and they dumped them all
2
out.
days.
Just bam, bam, bam. And a lot of it is things that we already know.
Mhm.
Like, you knew the Christmas party was
Right.
coming back. We assumed Jollywood was coming
Even
back.
though there was some rumors floating around that people said Disney's getting rid of Christmas, which made absolutely zero sense.
Whatever. That's such, see again, clickbait.
Yeah, it was
Garbage,
clickbait.
trash.
Yep. But that's all the Christmas stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about Christmas in our discussion. We're not going to actually go through the articles, but all these articles I'm talking to you guys about will be hyperlinked in the show notes. So you can click on any of the names. It'll take you to the Main Street Mouse. You can read the article if you want to get more information about a specific part and what they're going to have to offer.
So much good stuff. I'm excited for Christmas.
And the parties. The High Key Club at Disneyland Hotel opened up last week, which you can read all about that. Holiday travel deals for Walt Disney World came out.
Yes, the day after all the Christmas announcements.
Check that out. MEI Mouse Fan Travel will be the company to help you guys get those plans in place for your holiday travel. Cult classic film franchise Terrifier is coming to Halloween Horror Nights. And Michele cannot wait. She is the biggest Art the Clown fan I've ever met in my life. She loves Terrifier.
You know what?
I'm a liar. She hates it.
What did I say to you when it came out?
I can't say those words on this podcast.
Okay, well, one swear word is actually a place, not a swear.
Okay.
Okay, so I said hell no. Actually, I think it was hell to the no.
But I think you also said some other stuff to the girls.
I probably, I did. I dropped some words that are not Disney friendly because we're from the Detroit area and that's how we talk.
And this house has been rumored the whole season.
Right, and I was hoping and praying, y'all, because, okay, sidebar, all right? So everybody who has ever listened to anything on the Main Street Mouse knows I'm a big chicken, okay? Yep, when it comes to haunted houses.
Right.
All right? The fact that I've gone to HHN the past couple years is a freaking miracle because I don't like this stuff, but I go with peer pressure. And the thing is, I don't want to miss out. Like,
well, that's it. It's a fear of missing out.
Totally.
Until you get there.
And then I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah, you're like, why am I here? With our pass we have for Universal, we do get the one night of free pass to go to HHN every year. It's included in our pass. So we are going to actually be there one night in early September. We're going
September 7th
with a group of friends.
And our group is getting bigger and bigger because
you need protection.
No, lo and behold, I'm not the only chicken. So, all right. Anyway, so we are my Michigan friends are coming to town, and
they're not chickens.
No. That's the meetup weekend for the 6th.
For the Main Street Mouse, yeah.
And at Disney Springs. So tickets have been purchased by quite a few people for the next night for HHN. So I was hoping that it wasn't going to be Terrifier. And then when it came out, I'm like, nah, nope. And I started telling everybody who is going with us that don't even think about it. I'm not going.
I posted the press release on my Facebook wall, and I said, well, this is one Michele doesn't want to go to. And it was just funny because everybody who's going with us is like, you'll be fine. It's not a big deal. You can do it. Give in to the peer pressure. Even Sean is like, you'll be fine. You'll enjoy it. You'll love it.
No, but so Paula said we could go over to the Alcatraz shark bar over there, and we'll get the shark drinks.
Get some liquid courage.
No, you guys can go and see all the blood and gore and nasty looking clown all you want. I'm going to go to the bar. And
But with your medicine, you can't drink that.
I will make an exception. I'm not doing it. And here's the thing. All right? Here's the thing. I like scary movies. I love some of the classics. Like I love the Conjuring series and all of that. I love the first Scream. The rest were kind of dumb. But I love Scream. I grew up like Nightmare on Elm Street and all those things. So I do.
Friday the 13th is a house. Jason's Universe is one of the houses.
Yes, which I don't know how I feel about that, but.
You just said you like the classic. There's only one movie older than that that's really considered a huge classic is Halloween.
Okay. Oh my God.
I mean, there was other horror movies before that. Don't get me wrong, but as far as like you're talking about the '80s ride of scary movies and such,
90s.
it was Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers,
Scream mascot.
Scream, Chucky. You had all these. Now, remember, the Chucky house a few years ago was not scary at all.
It was dumb.
Yeah, you weren't scared.
Okay, so but Jason is big and has a machete.
And you got to walk through an area that's going to look like you're walking through the forest, like at Camp Crystal Lake. No,
So,
you said you would do that one.
Maybe if I go to the shark bar.
You're not going to do any houses. You're going to sit there and you're going to twiddle your thumb sitting on the side away from the scare zones.
Okay, so here's the thing. I feel that you have to gradually work up to these things. And you know what? The very first time I went in like 2019, I ended up crying. But then when I went back, the past couple times, I have not cried. And actually, I was pretty proud of myself for going into a house because I hate that. But let's go back to the Terrifier for a moment.
Okay.
Now, I know a lot of people out there love the Terrifier series, 1, 2, and 3.
They took it up a notch.
People love it if you like that sort of thing. Now, I know a couple of people who have seen it, and they said it is very grotesque. It is very bloody. It's very like torture scenes and things like that. Okay, plus that clown. Oh, nope. I don't like clowns. So I have reason. And I don't want to see a scary clown, nor do I want to see somebody hung upside down and cut in half.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
What?
Which would you be more scared of? Are you ready?
Okay.
You have to choose one of these houses. You have to go in it.
Oh my God, no.
Either Terrifier house or Saw.
Oh.
Because you want to talk about torture.
They both have that.
Saw not only had torture, but you had to torture yourself or somebody you loved to get through the...
Saw.
Would you really?
Yep, I would take Saw over Art the Clown.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
Jigsaw did some crazy stuff.
But he was a little like clown on the tricycle, whatever thing. But
that was just his robot. That wasn't the guy who was the bad guy.
Right. But I really think I could handle Saw more than I could Terrifier. And it's just because everything I've heard has been
I think we're gonna have to watch it.
No.
We're gonna watch the first one on Friday night. Wait until it's nice and dark outside.
No. See, I don't want to have
Get some
nightmares.
popcorn.
That'll disturb me. And I can even when I watch some of my true crime, sometimes I go to bed a little disturbed if it's like a bad story.
So the group we have going with us this year, and it gets larger all the time because people are like, I might go with you. I might do this. I might go too. Sean is scared to death of this stuff.
But he's a trooper.
He loves it. He loves going to it. Me and him did SeaWorld a couple years ago. We both laughed at it because it was not scary whatsoever.
God. Sean laughs through the whole
If you
thing.
want to go to a event that's not horribly scary, it's just kind of a little bit of jolts here and there, but nothing major.
Jolts.
SeaWorld is the event for you. I mean, if you don't want any, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is the
I'm
one.
more of a not so scary girl, but down here in Central Florida, you get a lot of hype.
You get a lot of. You like the scares. You're afraid of.
I want to like it.
So last year, I got to go on media night and hoping I get invited to go to media night again this year. I'll find out when the invites go out in August. So I'm fingers are crossed I get to go again. But last year on media night, I got to do all 10 houses. Plus I got to do 8 of the houses a second time that night because we had enough time that we flew through with the way they have us do the parties or the event. And then when we went with our friends, me and you later, unfortunately Paula was here that weekend and that was the hurricane weekend. But she had already bought her ticket to go to Halloween Horror Nights.
We stood in the rain.
So we stood in the rain. We got drenched. We were soaking wet for a couple of days.
So there was no scare zones. There was no performers out.
So sad. It's just like I feel like you lose. Because the scare zones are a huge part of
you lost the effect completely. It was kind of a waste.
Yeah, if you don't go in the houses, it's really there's.
So I had to go in houses because there was nothing else to do. But I just put my face down.
And you stay dry.
Yeah, true.
When you were in the houses was the only dry area to go.
Right, that's true. So so there's more HHN announcements coming. We put out about the scare zone today.
Yes, the scare zone we put out today. We do know that there is at least 2 more houses going to be announced.
Yeah, 2 major houses.
We don't know They said something about Five Nights at Freddy's will be a part of HHN this year. We just don't know what capacity because they haven't said if it's a house, they haven't said if it's a scare zone, they haven't said if it's a show.
No.
I personally, I want to put my guess out here in case it does come true because then I'll look like I knew it. I think if you know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's, it's kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese that comes to life at night.
But isn't it, how is it scary?
Because these characters they're just bad.
Okay.
I think instead of saying it's a house, it's going to be a restaurant. So it's going to be like a Chuck E. Cheese type place that's going to become a scare zone or a haunted establishment at night instead of a haunted house. I think it's going to be a terminology thing. But I could be completely wrong, and they could say, okay, it's the 10th house. Here you go. Here's the 10.
Would I be scared in there?
I don't know. Aiden likes Five Nights at Freddy's. I've only read it. I've never watched it. I just read.
My son is terrified of everything.
His own shadow scared him sometimes.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens. More announcements are coming. We will be watching because we are going to be going.
And the big rumor is a WWE house.
Right.
Which they have not done since 2000 when they did a house dedicated to The Undertaker.
Well, okay, so let's say they do the WWE, which we think is a done deal.
Mm-hmm.
There's that one outstanding house. It's one of the major heavy hitters.
Right.
I don't know what it could be.
Yeah, so if it's not Five Nights at Freddy's, I think it's got to be Universal Monsters. They've done one every year. So either they have to have Universal Monsters because Darkmoor just opened to Epic Universe.
Right.
And it would be great if they had a house that kind of helped with the legacy and the storyline that went
kind of
along with
coincide.
Yes, I think that would be great. I'm not saying they're going to do that. It's just Universal Monsters is one they've had it the last few years.
It scares me.
It's a scary house, but it's still always been my favorite house of the event.
You like that classic feel.
I love the classic monsters. They're just, to me, the ride at Epic is the greatest dark ride ever built. The Universal Monsters houses have always been phenomenal. I've always liked the storylines of them all. So I'm hoping it's there. But if you're not going to do a Universal Monsters house, at least give us a Universal Monsters scare zone.
Yeah, they got to have something in there. But anyway, we'll be watching for it.
We will be. And as soon as we get that news, we will share it with you guys. So back to the news. Sorry about that. We kind of went off on a tangent there by HHN, but I'm excited about it. Walt Disney's A Magical Life attraction will use a virtual queue.
Yes,
see
it
that.
will.
That's going to be opening in just a few days here.
Yeah, 17th.
On, Thursday.
Yeah, 17th, whatever that is.
Yes. Like Michelle talked about earlier, the first look at Disney's Starlight, Dream the Night Away. That blog is out there, so you can click the link in the show notes and read that. New Haunted Mansion Doom Buggy decor came out. Bob Gurr announced it. It is the hitchhiking ghost in a big. It's one of those plastic. I'm guessing.
It's like a big plastic doom buggy.
Light up.
It's kind of like they had those big pumpkins last year.
Yes.
The Mickey pumpkins. Well, now they have a big plug-in like doom buggy.
I really like it, and they have a small one that you can buy.
They have
in
a
the
small
parks.
version too. The small version is $40, and it's small. I don't
is.
think the small version is worth
The
it.
big one's what, 85?
Yeah, I would go bigger.
Yeah.
You
I would
know,
go the
if I
big
was
one.
going to buy one, I'd do that.
Yeah, I liked it, but it was kind of cool that they brought Bob Gurr to introduce it because
he made the Doom Buggy.
Made the Doom Buggy,
Yeah.
so it was kind of cool that they used him to do that. So, Countdown to Disney Starlight. I look inside the final hours. This was the one I kind of talked a little bit about earlier, kind of going down to like last rehearsals and costume fittings and all that stuff. So you can kind of read more about that. As Michelle mentioned earlier, they did announce the first scare zone today for HHN.
Mm-hmm.
ABC News debuting the daily news show on Disney Plus. So is that?
Yeah, that came out today.
Yeah, their news story. And then we had two more blogs come out today, and it was all about Walt Disney's A Magical Life that is opening this week, and they showed the Walt animatronic that is going to be in the ride, in the attraction.
Yes. So we've talked for a year now about the Walt Disney animatronic going in at Disneyland. Now, there has been mixed reviews on it. If you read comments, I personally think it's pretty cool. And I know that there's people out there that aren't going to be pleased with it regardless because it's not Walt. You know, it's not, they don't think that you could ever do that. And if you look at it from a different perspective, like, we will never see Walt Disney in our lifetimes, never.
No.
So if you have something that is Walt-esque, I guess you could say, something that you can never replace Walt, obviously, but such a tribute to feel like he's there with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see both sides, but for me, I would love to see it. If you go to our socials, there's a blog out. I put the Walt moving on our Instagram and TikTok, and it's in our stories. But yeah, go check it out and let us know what you think.
YouTube, short.
And it's on our YouTube. So go check it out and see what the new the new moving, talking Walt Disney is all about.
Yeah, I will say that the voice and watching the mouth move and all that coming through, it's really cool to see it.
And his arms move, and it's very smooth.
Yeah.
It's not like jerky like a robot.
No, it's just something, I don't know what it is. There's something about the face to me that just doesn't look
Somebody
exactly
else
like
said
Walt.
that they thought Walt looked too heavy
He
in
does
his
look
face.
a little heavy in his face. I pictured his face more longer and skinnier, and this one seems kind of shorter and a little bit chubbier.
Yeah,
so I
they
don't know.
said somebody said that the Walt face, they missed the mark somewhere because he looked heavy.
You know who I want to know their opinion of it is somebody like Bob Gurr.
Yeah.
Or Tony Baxter.
Somebody that
any
knew
of
Walt.
these guys who worked with him back in the day who can go in there. And I know Tony didn't work long with Walt because Walt passed when Tony was still at Disney. But any of the guys who actually were there when Walt, or any of the females,
Anybody
any
who
of
was
any
there.
Imagineer that worked with him, that got to actually know him, I would love to know what they think.
See,
of
I
this.
would love that too because I can't imagine how it would feel. Let's use Bob Gurr as an example.
I think Bob would be the most. Bob worked the closest with Walt that is still around.
Right. So let's say Bob goes to see the new animatronic.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to know because I can't imagine how that would feel. Now, he was close with Walt Disney, and Walt Disney's been gone a very long time. How would it feel to see almost a replica of your good friend right in front of you?
And you could tell by the emotions. If he sees it and he starts crying, then they nailed it.
They nailed it.
And if he sees it and he's like, then it's like, okay, what'd you miss? And his input should matter more than anybody's because he would know the mannerisms. He would know how Walt was with the people. He would know. He has a lot more hands-on
I
experience.
wonder
than
if
any
they
of us.
consulted the people that knew Walt. I mean, it would make
There's not
sense.
a lot of them left.
There's not.
I mean,
but
his family, both his daughters are gone. His wife is obviously
yeah,
gone.
It's so sad if you really think about it. But, we're not going to ever get Walt. And no matter how hard the Imagineers, work, there will never be another Walt Disney. There just won't.
No.
And to be able to do an exact duplicate is hard. I think they did okay. Does he look a little pudgy? Yeah.
But you would think that's something they could fix somehow,
Yeah,
some way.
I
Because
don't know. It's just weird because it just came out a little bit ago, so I know I'm going to be doom scrolling later. So I will go see what the people are talking about. Like I said, I really like part of my job. I made it my job is to read comments to see what people are thinking. Because I like to see the various opinions and try to figure out, like, some people are super crappy about it.
yeah, some people are like, his family didn't want this. It's not good enough. Who signed off on this? I've read a lot of crap comments about it all. And even though I'm not 100% sold on how it looks, I still think it's cool. And I think it's a great dedication to the man who created all this.
Yeah. And so it just is what it is. So you have to keep an open mind. But anyway, you can check all that out on our socials and
Yes,
our site
definitely.
now.
Definitely. So that's all the news. So for this week's discussion, like we mentioned a little bit, with Disney announcing all the Christmas stuff in the last week, we were going to do a little bit of talking to compare Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, Jollywood Nights, and Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and tell you guys what we like and maybe not like about each of the parties and what makes them favorites to us. Now, I can say for both of us, we both love Jollywood Nights.
Yeah, and we were talking in the car earlier. We had to go pick up my prescription, and we were talking. And I had a different take on it and a wonder almost. Jollywood. It's new. It's still shiny and new.
Right.
Okay. And the other parties have been around a very long time.
Correct.
So I'm wondering if somewhere in our heads that the reason that we like Jollywood so much is because it's new. And, it's only been 2 years, but they add to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, we don't know what they're going to add this year per se, but,
Right.
like, they added that skating show last year. Or they
Yeah.
added more characters, more photo ops, more food. But one thing, so we're going to start on Jollywood, obviously.
Yeah, that's the newest one, so it's easiest to talk about.
So another thing we talked about in the car today that I had thought of was not a lot included like you get a little trinket. Like last year, they gave you champagne taste flavored marshmallows, which no. But like when you get there, a lot of the experience at Jollywood is food and cocktails because it is an adult
which
party.
is not included in the ticket price.
No,
nothing is included. You don't get. So the other two parties are very much easier to compare, apples to oranges, because there's freebies at both the Christmas party and the Halloween party at Magic Kingdom.
In Jollywood, I'm gonna use my own things that I like. For example, so I've said the past 2 years the sugar cookie martini over by the Brown Derby at that bar is phenomenal. But I think it's like $11. It was last year. I'm not sure, $11 or $12.
It's up to 19 now,
probably. But it's really, it's got the sugar cookie martini and a biscotti over the top of it. And if you dip the biscotti in it, good stuff. Okay, so just as an example, like that, and then there was like the turkey thing over by the studios.
Turkey popover. Yeah,
so they have all these booths that serve specialty food and drinks. Okay. We went over last year by Toy Story Land. Remember that booth there? And they had some sort of an apple thing.
Yes.
And something else.
And it wasn't that good.
No. But see, that's the thing. You have to try these booths to find out if it's good or not.
You have to purchase it to find out. And they're not... It's kind of like going to the festival at Epcot. You have to spend extra money to be able to sample all the... You can't just go to the... You can go to the party. You don't have to buy anything. You honestly don't have to.
It would be hard not to.
It'd be hard not to, but you don't have to buy anything. You can... But as far as what there is to do that's included in the ticket price, so you get all the attractions that are open. You do get the Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along, which is hands down the best show.
Scott loves it.
Love it. It is so cool to see Jack Skellington walk out on a stage and talk. You also get the other show that's on the Beauty and the Beast room in there. You get the skate show, which...
it was not that great.
My biggest thing with it, and don't get me wrong, and if Tom is listening, who is the entertainment person over at the studios, I love the party. I just feel... It's missing something, and I'm not sure. I don't know if it needs a parade, because all the other parties have a nighttime parade of some sort. It doesn't really have a fireworks show. It just does the...
Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam,
which has
been around forever.
It's a little bit of fireworks, but it's no different than the show that used to be there every night during the holiday season anyway.
Right.
You still get Sunset Seasons.
Greetings, which I love that.
Which is great, and I think they did change up the videos a little bit last year.
A little bit,
but not much. And seeing the snow fall over the street with the laser.
You get that on a regular night.
You can get that on a regular night. And that's my thing, is if the party is showing stuff that you can get any night of the year or any other night during that time, is it really a party? You can't say it's a party exclusive then.
No, and think of this. This is how they finagled without creating a new show. So Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam used to be, it debuted in like 2018, let's say, 17. I don't remember. But it was something that you could see every night during the holiday season. Yep. So instead of creating a brand new show, they put Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam as a party type of thing. But most of the people have seen it because it was around. It was every night before.
Yeah, unless you hadn't been there during that time of year, you haven't seen it. But... To be honest, it's once you've seen it, it's really not something you really
had a lot of prep and landing.
It does, and I'm not a big fan of prep and landing.
About that, like,
so I think it's missing a few little things here and there, and I think
it's a great party.
But I think that we got to talk to Tom last year, and Tom runs all the shows and entertainment and everything at studios. That's his park, and actually I think he does entertainment across all 4 parks now. But Tom is fantastic, and he's really good on if you give him feedback, he really listens to what we have to say, and he knows
he wants to know what you think.
Yes. But I don't think we're trying to compare all 3 parties, but I don't think that party can be compared with the other 2 because the other 2
not as established.
It's not as established. The other 2 you have a fireworks show to compare, you have a parade to compare, you get trick or treat candy over here, you get cookies and cider over here. So I mean you have more things to compare, and it's all at the Magic Kingdom.
It almost reminds me of like the sandhill cranes in our neighborhood. I'm going somewhere with this. Okay. So you have and sandhill cranes are really cool, and it's a family that sticks together. So when you see sandhill cranes walking up the street, you have mama and daddy who are grown. Then in the middle of them, you have baby crane. Okay. So I feel like Jollywood is the baby in the middle because you have the 2 grown on each side. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And
I love
Jollywood
animals.
is a great party, and if I can only choose one of the 3 parties, actually, I'm going to take that back. If I can only choose one of the 2 Christmas parties,
I know.
I'm choosing Jollywood over Mickey's Very Merry Christmas for many reasons.
Oh boy.
Mickey's Very Merry Christmas has been the same party for too long.
Okay, that's true.
We need something new because if you went to it last year, if you went to the year before, you went to the year
They
before
changed the music in the parade last
Very
year.
little.
But no, it was enough to be annoying because if you go every
that. It wasn't
year,
a good change.
It was not a good change.
And see, that's what I'm
No.
saying. It wasn't enough to make me go either way on it because it's whatever.
That would be like them changing the Boo to You song.
If they do that, I'm done. I'm
can't-
shutting down the Main Street Mouse tomorrow. We're packing up. We're going back to Michigan because if you get rid of Boo to You, I don't want no part to do with Disney.
You know, and that's the thing. And I think the reason why you notice it so much is because Boo to You and the Very Merry Christmas Time parade, the music, like once you start thinking of it, it sticks in your head like forever. Like when we go to a party, I sing the parade song for days after.
So before we get onto those parties, just really quick, just want to mention about Jollywood, and then we're going to put Jollywood to the side.
Okay.
Because it's going to be done. So I will say Jollywood, I feel is more of an adult party
Yes.
than the other ones where they're for all ages.
Yes.
You can bring kids to Jollywood. There is no reason you can't. However, a lot of the feel for it, you got the jazz band playing over by the tower. It's a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of alcoholic drinks around.
Yes.
There's a lot of people dress and such like they're in the 20s and 30s type.
Yeah,
type
like the
feel.
fancy.
Like when the tower is supposed to be set, that type of time frame.
You can a lot of glitter going on.
A lot of glitter. But you get to meet some great characters. There's characters out at Jollywood that are not out any other time of the year and in their special holiday wardrobe.
Right.
I just if you're gonna go to Jollywood, just really do your research about it. Make sure it's something you're going to enjoy.
Have a plan because there's a lot of food.
And know you're going to spend more money if you really want to partake in all the festivities that are going on at that party.
Try the sugar cookie martini.
The sugar cookie martini.
But yeah, so you just got to bring extra money to that one. But it's fun.
Okay, let's do Mickey and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas.
Mickey and Minnie, not Mickey and Mickey.
Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Mickey's Not So Scary Christmas Party.
No, Paula. So you have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
And Mickey's Not So Scary Christmas Party.
That doesn't exist.
It should.
You're confusing everybody now.
I confuse myself.
Then stop saying it.
Paula started it and it stuck like glue.
Stick with the 2 I'm talking about.
All right, go ahead.
So between me and Michele, I absolutely love the Halloween party. She loves the Christmas party a little bit more than the Halloween party.
No, you know what it is? I love the Christmas season.
But did you not just tell me this in the car when we had our discussion earlier? You like the Christmas party better than the Halloween by a little bit. Yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
You
yeah,
don't?
okay, we're talking okay, we're talking like 49 to 51%.
Yeah, it's just a
pretty
little
even.
bit.
I love them both.
Just a little bit.
I love them both.
I can honestly say if I don't go to the Christmas party, I'm not hurt.
No, you don't care about stuff, but I love the music.
But the Halloween party, I'm still mad I didn't get to go last year.
Yeah. So the Halloween party, the only thing I don't like about the Halloween party is it's so flippin' hot still.
It's still hot. Yeah.
I mean, every time we go, and I think because it's, even though we've been in Florida for 11 years, I still, like, my head and my heart still go back to fall weather.
Well, because we spent majority of our life in Michigan, where it's by September the weather has
sweater
turned.
weather.
It's sweater weather. It's totally different. And here you're still sweating in October, and that's one thing we talked about the Christmas party. So the Halloween party, your freebies for the evening are your trick or treating. You can go to all the different booths. You get your bag of candy and great. At the Christmas party, you get cookies, and they advertise it cookies and hot chocolate. You can also get cider if you want, but it's cookies and hot chocolate is the freebie gives throughout the park. My problem is that usually in November it's still pretty warm. I don't want hot chocolate.
Well, that's not necessarily true because the past few years, it's been cooler in the evening. So that's why I can get rid of oh my gosh, I can get behind the hot chocolate thing. Or they have the apple juice or the apple cider.
I usually get the cider because I don't drink coffee. I don't drink hot drinks usually. I
do.
don't like that. So me having hot chocolate, because I'm still wearing shorts at the Christmas party. I have a T-shirt on. I'm not dressed like it's Christmas time.
There was a Christmas party a couple years back that we went to. It was a media night.
We wore our spirit jerseys, our Christmas spirit jerseys.
Not that one.
Oh.
I'm talking about the one that I brought. You know that silver mini like cardigan thingy I bought? It's really heavy.
Okay.
I wore that and my hat, my Mickey Mouse winter hat, because it was cold that night. And I remember we were
all that snow falling around you.
We were standing at behind the tree waiting for the second Christmas parade. And I know there was a bunch of people there, like our colleagues and friends or whatever. And we all stood there and we were cold. And I remember having a winter hat on and a sweater. So I guess it just depends on, because Florida weather is so wonky. Like, you don't know what it's going to be from time to time.
Halloween is usually spent sweating.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because I like to dress up for Halloween. And then when I start to get ready to go to the Halloween party, I sit there and go, all right, well, like, am I going to be, like having heat stroke by, 8 o'clock?
Well, yeah, the one year we went to and we dressed as Flynn and Rapunzel.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool. I mean, the costumes were great. It looked great. But we were sweating so much because they had a whole new thickness layer on top of what you're already
You know
having.
what, though? This is going to sound weird. That was 3 years ago. And I still have my Rapunzel dress hanging in the
I
closet.
still have my Flynn one.
And I would do it again.
would.
Only because, like, I didn't think so much about how hot I was, because it was cool walking around the park like that and people complimenting us on our costume.
And the minute we got out of the car, people were like, "Oh my gosh, you guys look so good."
Yeah, and a little girl asked if she could take her picture with me.
Yeah.
That was it. That at the TTC. So we didn't even get to the park. It was just really sweet. So I definitely would do that again. Maybe I'll do it this year. But like,
I don't know if my costume will fit me this year.
I
I may have to dress as Pascal.
don't.
I'll be big fat Pascal.
Pascal.
I'll look more like a dragon than I will.
Maximus. Yeah, there you go. But anyway, so that's the only bad part about Halloween in Florida is it's so hot.
It is hot. I do like the Halloween party though, because you get a lot of the villainous characters throughout the park.
You get the hocus pocus
You get the
villains,
hocus pocus,
spectacular.
Which, if you're going to do stage show to stage show,
Oh, yeah.
that one is much better than the Christmas stage show.
Oh my God, by tons. It's so much better.
Fireworks, the actual fireworks, I would say is about the same.
Pretty equal.
But Jack Skellington coming out on stage
Mm-hmm.
during the Halloween one gives that one just a little nudge up over
It
the
does.
Christmas one.
Yeah, it does.
The only part I do like about the Christmas stage show is Clarabelle singing Mariah Carey songs.
Oh God, really?
Because I just love that they took the cow and they had her sing Mariah Carey's biggest hit, because she's right now on ice and she'll be thawed out here in a couple more weeks.
Exactly, her
to do
biggest,
her
biggest
biggest
Christmas
hit.
song.
Which is sad because she had so many hits before, and then she recorded the Christmas song and everybody forgot everything else she ever sang.
Because it's tradition to hear that song every year. Whether you love it or hate it, you know Christmas season is coming the first time you hear Mariah Carey.
But I just think it's hilarious that Disney took Clarabelle Cow on stage dressed in a shimmering silvery dress like Mariah would wear,
So offended.
being brought out there by the reindeer pushed on the sleigh to represent Mariah Carey. It's kind of like
kind of a slam.
yeah, it's kind of a slam. And I think it's funny. And I always do the Clarabelle voice when, oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. Yeah, just some things I need.
Okay, that's enough.
That's the only part of the Christmas party I absolutely
When
love.
he hears that, he sings like Clarabelle like for 5 days after that. And it's just I don't even know what to say.
Clarabelle is my favorite character. I've never got to meet her.
I hate the Text Me a Merry Christmas song.
That's bad too.
I hate that one. It's just so like they're trying to sound hip, but it's cringe, as the kids would say.
Well, and nobody's. Yeah,
I'm gonna be so upset if you don't text me
yeah,
Merry
it's
Christmas.
just- I don't get it.
Ah.
Actually, you're putting it on TikTok or Facebook. You're not even texting the person usually.
Yeah, we don't have to text it. Check my profile.
Check my tweet.
Yeah, but yeah. So anyway, I love Halloween, but I love Christmas. So it's almost like it's hard to choose your favorite when there's good parts to both. But you are right. The stage show at Halloween wins hands down.
And another thing I love about Halloween that they don't do at Christmas. So you have the characters at the mansion.
Yeah, it's cool.
On the yard. You used to have sometimes characters that would hop up in Pirates.
Yes, I remember
Which
that.
was really cool also when they did that. And that's not something they do at Christmas time because it really doesn't fit.
It doesn't
the
fit
theme.
the theme, no.
The The ones in the mansion, though, I've always thought that was
so
great.
fun.
You could stand out there. And I used to be very big on if we went to the party, I didn't want to waste time. Because as locals, if we go to the party, we usually don't do attractions. We do the shows, we do the parades, we do the trick-or-treating.
And the evening goes by
stuff.
fast.
Evening flies by. And I will say it, I will die on this hill. The Halloween party, I feel so exhausted the next day.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And for like 2 to 3 days, I just feel like I ran a 26-mile marathon because I am so tired after the party. Because if we're there for the media night, we are running from spot to spot for our next thing, and we don't really do any of the fun stuff. We're usually running to record this because we have
because it's work.
Spaces because we're working. When we go for fun on our own, we get to enjoy it a lot more,
which we usually don't do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's something special about both. It's very hard. But money is tight for a lot of people. And when you have like X amount of dollars to work with and you have to choose a party, I guess you would have to really think about what you're looking to accomplish. Like really look at each party to think what one better suits you
and your family or your group,
family or whoever you're coming with. Yeah, but I really can't say anything bad about the parties that Disney does because I love them all.
I love them all. I prefer Halloween over the other two, and I would take Jollywood over Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Only because they haven't really done anything different.
Right. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. And we, in the media group, we always talk about that. It's like, okay, what's new this year? Well, there's going to be this character over there and this.
Because it's our job to know what's new every year.
Right.
And make sure we get whatever that is that's new.
Right.
So, anyway,
so good discussion. Yeah. I like that one. It was good.
Good one.
We'll see which ones we get to go to, which party we get to go to after this. If our reps were listening, we might not get to go to either. Sorry. I do have a question for you this week. I did get one last week. We didn't get one, but we have this one this week.
All right.
And it's from Jennifer in Wisconsin.
Hi, Jennifer.
Jennifer asked, what do you do on the day you are leaving Walt Disney World and your flight isn't till the late afternoon? I'm paraphrasing, by the way. But you want to get a little bit more Disney time in before you leave. And I'm assuming she means you don't have a ticket for that day to go to a park. And you don't want to spend the full day amount for a few hours. So what do you do to get a little bit more Disney in before you leave? And you're waiting for your plane. But say your plane leaves in the late afternoon, early evening. So you've got
some time.
Day. Yeah, you've got a good couple hours.
2 words for you, Jennifer. Disney Springs.
Oh.
And this is why.
We used to do that.
Yes. So on our last day, our last full day was always Magic. We'd always go to Magic Kingdom because we wanted the castle and the whole thing to be our last memory of the trip. We were very thought out about this.
Yes.
And so the next day when we had a little bit of time to kill, we'd always go to Disney Springs and get those last minute souvenirs or whatever. Because
things that we put off buying up until that point.
To see if we still wanted it. And, and a lot of that is because when you vacation here, you don't know when you're coming back necessarily. It might not be for a year. It might not be for 2 years. And you're gonna want to get that shopping in a little bit. And I know for me, when it was the last day and we're getting ready to go, I grabbed a few extra things. I don't know if it was panic buying or just.
Well, I think the other reason we used to do it that way too is so we knew how much money we had left over.
Oh, that's true.
For sure, because if you really want to get the most in the parks and do all you want and eat what you want and do all that, and then you get down to Disney Springs and you go down there and you go, okay, well, do I really want this shirt or was I just buying it or did I just want it the other day when I saw it because it's just.
Yeah, it's almost like you can take inventory again.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to do. Not to mention, you can get your Magic in at Disney Springs because, World of Disney, of course, is Disney Overload. You can go to the Co-op. You can go to the toy store. Mm-hmm. Of course, Earl of Sandwich is like everybody's favorite.
We used to always, that was our last
Yep,
Disney
Earl of
meal
Sandwich.
Before we left,
Yep. Or you can go get Dole Whips at Swirls on the Water. Or there's so much you can do. So I definitely recommend if you have a few hours to kill Disney Springs. Or I'm going to give you a runner-up. If you will.
Okay.
A runner-up, and I'm talking from shopping perspective.
Okay.
Go to the Disney outlet on Vineland.
Oh yeah.
Which is like 10 minutes from property. They have.
If you have a vehicle, you may.
If you have a vehicle,
you may have to Uber it. I don't know if it'd be that expensive.
I wouldn't Uber it. I would just if you have a car, another option would be the outlet there, because I remember one year we stopped at the outlet before we went home, and there were Halloween stuff.
I remember. I was thinking the exact same thing, because they had these Mickey light posts for your yard, and it was like you got like 4
There were
of them in the
pumpkins, and I
package.
don't know what happened to those things.
I don't know, but we didn't buy them because we couldn't get them in the car.
I thought we bought them.
No, we didn't have enough room in the car for them, because I was sitting there trying to figure out how I could get them in the car, but our car was so packed.
We bought so much crap at the outlet.
Yeah.
Because it is so much cheaper. And fun fact, sometimes you can find things at the outlet they are still selling in the park, which I never understood, because like we go to the parks all the time and we haven't been to the outlet in a while. But sometimes I've walked in there and I'm like, I just saw this at Magic Kingdom.
And it's really depressing when you walk in there and you just bought it at Magic Kingdom. And then you walk in there and it's half off or the 40% off.
But you can find some good deals. So either Disney Springs if you want to stay on property. If you don't want to stay on property, then the outlet at Vineland is very close and you can get some good Disney deals. And that's my suggestion.
And if you do the Springs, I always say stop at Summer House and get a cookie.
Get that cookie. You know what? Summer House. I'm gonna get a hold of my PR rep over there, because I want them to know how you sing their praises for them cookies.
They are you know what?
Oh, here we go.
They could provide me with a half a dozen cookies a week.
Oh gosh.
And then I'm going to need Weight Watchers afterwards.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to fit in your costume.
But they are hands down the best cookies. And I know everybody loves Gideon's, and Gideon's are good. I'm not saying they're not good. I prefer Summer House.
I know you do, and it's so much easier to get those cookies.
So much easier, and they're cheaper, and they taste
cheaper.
Taste a lot better.
So yeah, all right, yeah. So I hope that answers your question.
Well, Jennifer, hopefully that got it for you. If you'd like to ask Michele a question on air, you can email me, scott@themainstreetmouse.com, and I will ask her your question live on the air so we can get her true analysis.
Yeah, and I don't know what questions are coming. And the fact that I could answer that on medication is fantastic.
That is a pretty good one,
I will
actually.
give myself props for that.
Yeah, I will, because I did not tell you what this week's question was at all. So.
No.
If you listen to Daydream Believing podcast on Thursdays, you can, and you have a question, comment, or a show idea for Michele, you can email her at michele@themainstreetmouse.com. It's Michele with one L.
One L, please.
Just want to mention our sponsors really quick. Our official travel partner of the Main Street Mouse, MEI Mouse Fan Travel. They can help you plan your perfect Disney trip, Royal Caribbean trip, Universal trip, wherever you want to go.
Wherever.
Best part about using their services, it is 100% free to you, and 100% of it benefits the Main Street Mouse by you using their services. So we appreciate it if you do use their services. On our site, you can find many of their banners around. Click on any one of those, fill out a small form, and one of their fantastic travel advisors will get back to you. Grace seems to be the one that gets back to most of our people, and Grace is phenomenal. Everybody loves Grace.
Everybody loves Grace.
Everybody loves Grace. Grace is the best. Our official stroller and scooter partner, Kingdom Strollers, can help you with any kind of rentals you need for a stroller, scooter, or they even have other things on their website. You can check it all out. Just let them know you heard about them from the Main Street Mouse. They will drop off the product to your wherever you're staying. If you're staying on property, if you're staying off property, if you're staying at Airbnb, wherever you're at, they will bring it to you, and they will also pick it up when your time is up and you're getting ready to go back home. So use them, kingdomstrollers.com. Just let them know you heard about them from the Main Street Mouse, because we appreciate that. Again, by supporting our sponsors, you guys are supporting the Main Street Mouse, and we greatly appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have for this week. I'm going to let Michele close us out.
Okay, so as always, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for following everything that we have done over the past 15 years. Please don't forget Disney Springs, September 6th. We will have a little meetup. One of our staff is going to work on a scavenger hunt. So this thing is getting, we're trying to be creative as to what we're going to do. If you go to the Main Street Mouse's Facebook page, there will be an event tab, and you can RSVP there. And I will be putting out more details as soon as possible. And also don't forget about lostprincessapparel.com for your Disney style needs. And on that note, I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, magical week ahead, and we will see you real soon.
Our trip around the Magic Kingdom is almost complete. I can't thank you enough for spending part of your day with me. And I hope you've enjoyed your journey as much as I've appreciated being a part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather your belongings. Watch your head and step as you exit, and take small children by the hand.
On behalf of our entire flight crew, thanks for soaring with us.
Now I will raise the safety bar, and a ghost will follow you home.
Some imagination, huh?